Good morning. It's Friday, September 9th, and the schools around the country have opened. And the children are back in the classroom. And the battle against the pandemic has apparently not been totally won, but it's under control. But in our classrooms now, we are fighting a larger battle. We are fighting a battle about the diversity of our nation. We are in a fever-pitch battle about discussions surrounding gender and race in the classrooms. And these discussions trickle down throughout the entire educational system. It doesn't matter what school district you're in or what state you're in. This issue of diversity is a battle right now. And we have states, over 30 states around the country, that have written rules and regulations for what our children can learn. Books are being removed from libraries because of their content, because when they reference history that in many places is distressing, and for some reason parental groups are against that history being discussed in school. And the same thing goes for sexual education and books about the LGBT community, right? So, this is a battle. This is a battle that will shape this nation for years to come. Because I find it distressing that we are not an open society. We claim our diversity as one of our great things. Yet there are many in this nation who are against our diversity in some way, shape, or form. So we have school districts that have put together teams to examine the books that are on the library shelves and remove them. We have teachers who have quit their jobs over this issue because they feel that they are not being allowed to teach whatever subjects they're teaching properly. And then there are many teachers who are terrified of losing their jobs because they might make a mistake and mention something that seems to be forbidden. And I have to say that diversity in this country is really controlled by parents. Parents are responsible for what their child learns. But every child, every person in this country should be exposed to the differences, sexual differences, racial differences, and make their own judgments. There are many in this country that have never met a Jew, and there are many in this country that have avoided people of color for whatever crazy notions they have in their head. But we can't allow that to get strung out through our educational system. So if we look at the nitty-gritty, we find that 19 states have laws targeting discussions of race, gender, and U.S. history. Imagine that. We can't teach U.S. history without omitting certain distressing facts. And that is a shanda, because everybody should understand how we arrived where we are today and the struggles that we went through to get equality for many different groups of people. And 36 other states have introduced 137 similar bills in 2022. Don't we have something better to do with our time than write restrictive bills about how to educate our children? In 2021, there were only 54 bills proposed. But maybe that was because of the pandemic was still raging and these people didn't have time to think about how to ruin our educational systems. Think about that. In my mind, that is a monumental campaign of censorship. And I pose this question: can we treat everybody equally if we do things like this? If we don't understand the problems that different members of society have faced in their life, how can we continue to grow and be a great nation? By suppressing important information from those who control our future. These children are the future of this nation, and they are being stripped of a major portion of their education. The recognition of diversity is absolutely necessary. We must understand the history, the events that shape our country. We cannot hide them. We cannot ignore the fact that many people are different than us. In order to understand and grow and be great, we must accept everybody and learn why people are different and how people different from us react to the same situations that we face. So without books, without a teaching methodology, we are shortchanging our younger generation. So if we take a close look at what's going on, and districts and states are targeting books based upon the ideas that they contain, and so by keeping these books off the shelves, that is a violation of the First Amendment. And it violates a student's rights to the access of a range of different ideas. So here we are, a country that lives and breathes by the Constitution and rights. And now we find out that what these school districts are doing is a violation of our rights. This is the right to freedom. This is the right of free speech. Now I know by looking and following certain cases that have come up recently that the Constitution is always being interpreted. But we have interpreted freedom of speech as the right of everybody. And in my mind, the written word is an extension of speech. So banning it is a violation of the First Amendment. And I'm willing to bet you that all these people that are carrying on about what's written in these books are staunch believers in freedom of speech. But not if freedom of speech interferes with their beliefs, you see. Then it's a different story. And so I'll end with this. Book banning should be banned, not the books themselves. Have a great day. Bye.